Hello, and welcome back to the channel. I'm sitting here reflecting today and just thought I would share with you. I'm waiting for an appointment, and normally when I come in this area and I'm waiting for an appointment, I usually will get down here early and I'll have, lunch and go shopping, or if the appointment's earlier in the day, then I'll still go shopping and then I'll have a late lunch. But me today, I'm not doing any of that, and that is a huge surprise to even myself. And it made me wonder, why am I going shopping and having this great lunch? And it reminded me of something I did in January. So around like late November, I decided that I wanted to take a hold of my finances because I didn't like how I seemed like I was just recklessly and frivolously spending money, right? So I decided that I was going to do a no spend money in the month of January. And then come to find out, it's a trend, and a lot of people were doing the no spend January. And I thought, cool, I'll jump on board and I'll do the no spend January. And in case you're wondering what the no spend January is, I went and wrote it down for you. It's a money saving challenge that you commit to no spending on non essential purchases for the entire month. The goal is to save money by cutting back on unnecessary spending. And how it works is you choose a month, any month of the year, doesn't have to be January, and then you set up your perimeters, that what you're not going to spend your money on for that entire month. For example, when you look at your bank statement, your credit card statements, or even your receipts, you can see where you're spending a lot of your finances, a lot of your money. If more is going out than coming in for savings and things that you need, then this might be a challenge that you might be willing to take and might be willing to consider. And you can think about things like if you think that you maybe excessively, have food delivered to your home, maybe you go out too much with friends and out drinking and things of that nature, or maybe you just might spend stuff frivolously shopping online and things of that nature, and you just want to take a little better control of your finances. I think this challenge might be something that you might be interested in doing. Again, as I always say, do things that work best for you, that sets you up for success, and not something that is going to make it so difficult to you that you can't succeed. I always say make your goal realistic to who you are. And we can learn from everybody, but then we can always tweak it to make it what's best for us. So one of the benefits I found that the no spend January could do as a challenge is, I think it helps you with your priorities, and it starts you to start establishing good financial habits, which we all need, right? No matter who we are. So, and it can also put you in a spirit of gratitude as well, right? So one of the things that I recommend, that, if you're going to do the challenge, maybe keep all your receipts, which I don't know why you would need receipts because you're not spending anything, right? So you don't need receipts. And, of course, the no spend January doesn't include like your life essential things, like, paying for your housing costs, your utilities, gas in your car, etc., things of that nature, right? So we're talking about your essential things. And what I think it also causes you to do is to be creative, because when you're on a month of no spending, there are things you can still do with family and friends and still have a good time. You can meet with family and friends and go for a walk, go for a run. A lot of times in communities and cities, they have things that they open up and you can do for free, and you can just walk around and see things. You can also play games, board games with family and friends, or that book that's been sitting on your desk, waiting for you to pick up. Now might be a good time during your no spend January, because you have plenty of time on your hands, right? So these are some of the things that you can creatively do. And so, like I said, whenever you do something, it's good to take advice, but then I think you can tweak it for yourself to make sure that you're successful in what you do. So my rules were pretty simple. So I just wrote them down. Um, I spent no money during the month of January. I could only buy perishable items. And how I prepared for that was, in the month of December, I did go to the grocery store and buy things that I may have needed, so that I could sustain the month of January. I am also a person, like I say, doing what's best for me. I don't buy fruit in large quantity because it would just spoil, and I don't like to waste food. So I always buy fruit in small batches. So I allotted for myself. That was the only expense that I could have, was to go to the grocery store and buy, fruit if I need it. What I come to find out, though, during that whole month was I didn't even go to the grocery store to get that. I wound up buying applesauce. They had the little packets. And I used that in the morning for my fruit intake, and that was pretty good. So I was very proud of myself in that regard. The beginning of the month, I will admit, was a bit challenging because I am a after Christmas sale person, and I like to get all the deals and things of that nature. And that was tough for me, but I was steadfast on making sure I stuck to the goal at hand. So I spent no money during, well, besides the fruit, during the month of January. So those are my only things that I thought about spending. And so one of the things it did make me see is that when I sit here and reflect of how grateful I am, because I do have housing. I did, my utilities were able to stay on. I had food to eat and things of that nature. And I really did not have to go out and shop. And shopping really did make me, all that shopping really did let me see how wasteful I've been. And during the month of January, I also did not go online. I did not tempt myself by putting stuff in my cart, waiting for me to, finish the challenge and then I could spend, spend, spend. I didn't do any of that. Again, I set myself up for success. One of my friends found out that I was doing this challenge, and for her, she decided to do a low spend month. So she didn't do a no spend, she did a low spend. And then she said, hopefully she'll be able to graduate to no spend. So she took it at her pace, and I commend her for doing just that. And she said she felt better even with the low spend. So again, do what's best for you to set yourself up for success. And so at the end of the challenge, one of the things I do recognize is that I did, see more money in my account, which was like, yay, where's all this money been? It's almost like I gave myself a raise, you know? And I realized it's because I wasn't impulse shopping. I wasn't running to the store. I saved money on gas because I didn't have to fill my car up so soon because I wasn't going just to peruse and see what's in the stores or anything like that. I wasn't online shopping. I know UPS and FedEx probably thought I moved because I wasn't online shopping as much, well, at all really. And so I was very, very proud of myself. And I'm thinking to myself, wow. And even today, being here and not going shopping and not having a fancy lunch, although there's nothing wrong with treating yourself, but I have food at home. I'm starting to think I'm my parents, when I say that thing, but it's so true. So I do want to, see if you would be willing to do this challenge. I think it would be something exciting for you to take on. I think that it's challenging, but you can do it, whether you do a low spin or a no spin, but I encourage you to do a no spin. And I would love for you to put in the comment section if you've done this challenge before. And if you did, how did you do? How did you feel? What are your results? If you started and you have to reboot, maybe that's okay too, because there's no judgment, no condemnation here. Because remember, we listen and we don't judge. Or if you're a person that wants to start this challenge and, what are your expectations for it? Would love to hear from that from the comments. In addition to starting this challenge or talking about the challenge, I would love for you to, challenge yourself to like this video and, of course, subscribe to the channel. That would be quite helpful to me as well. And we're going to be talking about things like this all the time. I'm always up for a good challenge, and I'm thinking about doing this challenge again later in the month. So I decided for the first 2 months, February and March, I'm going to be monitoring myself to see how I'm actually doing. So I did go to the store the other day, and immediately I started putting things in my cart, but I stopped myself and I inquired of me, why do you want this product? How is it going to add value to your life? Do you need this product? And instantly I was able to put things back, because everything that's cute and everything that's specialized and everything that has a pretty package doesn't mean that I have to purchase that item. And I was very proud of myself, to be honest. I had family members call me and say, hey, did you rush off to the store? Did you fill your cart up? And I said, no. I said, I did not. And I said, I think that I'm going to try to keep this habit. They say that it takes 21 days to change a habit or start a new one. I don't know if that's true or not, but I can just say for the last 31 days, I have been very, very good at not spending any money. And I hope that this continues for the rest of the year. That would, turn into a lifetime of me having good financial habits in order to reach my financial goals. So I'll be keeping you posted on how I'm doing. So once again, I thank you very much for taking the time to listen to me. I hope that you do this challenge, or if you can share how the challenge was for you, I'd greatly appreciate it, so you can be encouraging to others that may want to do this challenge as well. So take care. Until next time. Bye. Have a good day.